Scientists, welcome back to the lab. Today we're talking about the National Geographic Amazing Reactions kit again, and we've got two more experiments as they relate to pH levels, as it goes to reveal a secret message and to hide a secret message, using everything included here in the kit. And so let's dive right into it. How can we reveal a secret message? Well, one thing we can use here is this pH paper and a colorless crayon. So go ahead and take that crayon from the kit and take one piece of your pH paper. This is a paper that acts as an indicator, meaning that it'll show the pH level of a liquid that's on it. Of course, as usual, it'll turn red the more acidic it is, and it'll turn blue the more alkaline it is. And so I'm gonna just write chemistry here. I'm trying to be firm. And just like that, I've written my secret message. Of course, right now we can't see anything. It just looks empty. So write your name, write your favorite letter, draw a little symbol or icon. Just make sure you're pretty firm using that magic crayon there. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take some of our citric acid and we're gonna pour that into this spray bottle here. So uncap the spray bottle, get it about 3/4 full also with warm water. So I have some warm water available here. I'm gonna fill up my spray bottle. And then I'm gonna add a medium scoop of this citric acid. So essentially, we are creating a bottle of acidic solution. And we're gonna allow that to mix. I'll put my cap here back on, screw that tightly. Keep in mind I'm doing this over my experimentation tray provided, just because we're going to be making a little bit of a mess. A little bit of citric acid floating around, it keeps everything together. I also have, as always, my gloves on as well as my safety goggles. Now we have the paper with our secret message, and we have this mixture, which is now an acidic solution of our citric acid and warm water. What we're going to be able to see is that if we take the cap off now, we hold our paper about 6 inches away, and then you're going to go ahead and spray it. And as mentioned, this paper is an indicator, meaning the paper itself is going to turn red because this solution is acidic. But the places where we have our crayon is going to remain with that original color. And that's because the crayon is protecting the paper from getting wet. And so you could see there's the CHM that basically is spelling the chem. And so no need to soak the paper, just a couple sprays in order to see that change of color from the pH paper turning red because it is acidic now. Our message though remains because the paper has been protected due to the wax on our magic pen. You can actually reverse the process and hide your message again by making the paper more basic. And so to create a basic solution, we can start with water. I've got half a cup of water here. And then we're going to be using baking soda instead of the citric acid, pouring in 1 medium scoop of that baking powder, that baking soda. And again, stirring it, we can stir it, make sure it is mixed up well, disintegrated well here. And what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna be taking a cotton ball, one of those provided cotton balls, dipping it into this now basic solution and running it over the paper. Something to keep in mind is that acids and bases, they neutralize each other, right? The scale from 1 super acidic to 14 super basic, it moves depending on what you include in. And so while we have a acidic solution now on this paper, meaning we're pushed towards the number 1, we can pull it back towards 14 by adding something more basic. And so I'll take a cotton swab here, and we can take that solution we have of water and the baking soda. Make sure again it's dissolved. And then we can run it, after dipping it, we can run it over our paper here. And after doing so, the paper will return to its original color. Now, if you do it too much, you'll notice, as I see on the top here, the paper will actually turn blue instead of red. And that's because we've now pulled that pH level again beyond that neutral point where it was when it started as the paper, and now to an overly basic point. And so we've taken that red and moved it to blue. And you could see that experiment as well with the cabbage dye experiment. That's in a separate video if you're interested in playing around more with those colors. But very interesting experiment, goes to show how acids and bases react together with solutions and how you're able to manipulate how acidic something is, how basic something is. And in this case, we used it to write a secret message on a piece of pH paper, and then we can reveal the message by making it very acidic, showing the contrast on red, and then hide the message again by bringing it to be more basic with that solution with the baking soda. And of course, if you do it too much, it'll turn completely blue, and then it'll reveal the message once more. Great experiment, and shows us just the intricacies and relations between pH level, acids, and bases, as it did here in this experiment. We hope to see you in another lab video soon. As always, you can find these experiments and these links and other chemistry concepts over at teachkidschemistry.com. See you all back in the next lab.